Skinner and Demoulas in Richfield Springs and Turnbull Insurance Service since 1866 present Mohawk Valley Living, exploring the arts, culture, and heritage of our region. A special good morning to our new viewers on Facebook from Unadilla, Syracuse, and Pennsylvania.
Good morning and welcome to Mohawk Valley Living. As we promised last week, we are visiting somewhere today that we have never been to before, Morris, New York. Morris is named after General Jacob Morris, the son of one of the signers of the Declaration of Independence. We'll also be meeting a manufacturer who has been here for over 80 years and who manufactures these. Good luck at guessing what they are. If you want to find out what they are, stay tuned.
I was wondering if someday you come back and maybe stay, 'cause it was what you one time said. Sometimes I'd hear the trains.
This Tuesday, warm up with some homemade meat or vegetarian chili at View. Served in handmade bowls created by regional potters, some made right here in the pottery studio at View. Lunch includes chili with all the fixings, garlic bread, dessert, and beverages. Enjoy live entertainment and complimentary admission to the wildlife exhibition. Admission is $18 to $25 with the bowl of your choice, or $10 without. This Tuesday at 11:30 at View in Old Forge. It's time for the Skinner and Demoulas road trip. We stop into Richfield Springs, where they have a full line of Jeeps, powerful Rams, and Ford trucks ready to take on any challenge. This week we traveled to historic Morris. Morris is located 1 hour due south of Utica in the scenic Butternut Valley. The town and village were named for General Jacob Morris, the first European to attempt the navigation of the Butternut Creek. We're given a tour of the Morris family burial ground and chapel by Carla Hall Friedman, a direct descendant of General Jacob Morris.
The architecture is neo-Gothic, and it has a beautiful barrel vaulted ceiling and apse towards the altar. Absolutely stunning stained glass windows that were from the late 1800s. Beautiful rose windows on either end, and the individual windows were dedicated to family members. As a child, it was used every Sunday for evening services on a Sunday. That was through about 1974, and then it was given to Zion Church. The chapel is open the last Sunday of every month for a 10 o'clock service from June to the end of August that is shared between Gilbertsville and Morris. It's also open for weddings and various celebrations that people want to have, baptisms, or we even have local concerts and lectures here.
Overlooking the Morris family burial grounds is a great old pine tree, one of the oldest of its kind in New York State. Also on the grounds is a wagon shed dating from the 1860s. It is believed to be one of only 3 left in New York State from that era. We follow Carla to a relatively new state forest. The General Jacob Morris State Forest consists of over 1,000 acres in the scenic Butternut Valley. There are a couple of access points to the trails. Just head 1 mile up Dimmock Hollow Road off of Highway 51. Turn left onto Pitsley Road and look for the signs. Carla tells us trail maps are in the works.
It was late one night in October. I was driving down a long country road when I saw a man come through the fog on horseback. It must have been Wash Loomis's gold.
I'm here at the historic Morris Post Office, and I've learned a couple of things about how mail was delivered way back when. Back in the early 1800s, it was delivered by men called post riders. They would ride their horses into town with the mail in satchels like this, and to let the people know the mail had arrived, what would they do? They would blow a tin horn. In 1824, the stagecoach came to town 3 times a week, and it was this bright yellow stagecoach drawn by 4 horses at the phenomenal speed of 10 miles an hour, and the children would come from all over to watch the excitement of the yellow coach coming to town.
There's a place in my memory where I drift back to now and then. It's been so long since I've touched the soil, smelled the wild flowers growing.
As we were walking along Main Street, we came across Nicole's Diner, so we stopped in to have lunch. And on the menu was something called street meat, so I had to ask Nicole what that was, and she told me that that's whatever she happens to find on the road on her way into work in the morning. She was kidding, of course. It's actually sausage and peppers, and the term street meat is something which Nicole brought here to Morris from Boston.
The diner has been a part of downtown Morris for generations, under the different names of previous owners. The current owner, Nicole, is a newcomer to rural life.
The lady who owned it before me was a client of ours at the horse farm. Her little granddaughter rides with my daughter, and she was telling me she was looking to sell it. So it was something that I always wanted to do and never really had the opportunity, and so that's how it came about. We use real French fries. We cut our French fries every day, and if we have a special with a mashed potato, we use real potatoes. And our desserts are made by Tina. She makes a great cheesecake, a great chocolate cake, and pretty good apple pie.
I asked Nicole how rural Morris compares to life in Boston.
A whole different way of living. You know, everything here is very slow paced, whereas at home it's traffic and everything is just very fast moving.
They're open every day for breakfast and lunch, and on Sunday they're open until noon for breakfast.
A local manufacturer that has been a part of Main Street Morris for more than 80 years is H.W. Naylor Company. Many of the company's products were originally developed by an inventive veterinarian who serviced the area's farms and stables.
At the beginning of the show, I asked you if you might be able to figure out what this is. Well, it's made right here in Morris, New York. It was patented by Dr. Naylor, and it is a teat dilator, and I'll leave it to you to figure out what it is. All I know is that cows prefer the soft purple ones that are made right here in Morris, New York.
Dr. Naylor was a veterinarian. He graduated from the Cornell Veterinary College in 1913, came back here to practice, then went off to World War I and returned after the war. Tried to practice from his home for a while. That wasn't working out very well, so he built the area that we now use to manufacture udder balm. As he practiced, he developed various medications. You have to remember this is in the very early years of the 20th century when there were very few good commercial products available. And so he started developing his own, and the business grew from his veterinary practice until eventually it covered the whole United States and Canada and many other countries around the world.
For more than 80 years, farmers and cows have been benefiting from udder balm, but when word got out that famous celebrities like Shania Twain were using this kind of balm as a moisturizer, then it took off and was being used by women throughout the country.
Just trying to find my way back home. Just trying to find my way back home. Just trying to find my way back home.
Just east of the village, in the beautiful rolling hills of the Butternut Valley, we find Glen Highland Farm. We are greeted by friendly border collies with energy to spare.
I'm here at Glen Highland Farm. It's a dog rescue for border collies. It's also a camp for dogs and dog lovers. And trust me, it really is a canine paradise.
Glen Highland Farm is dedicated to the rescue of abandoned and unwanted border collies, giving them the space and attention they need to thrive.
10 years ago, we started looking for a place where we could have a lot of border collies who we could help rescue, as well as create a camp for vacation lovers for their dogs to go away on vacation with their dogs, and also create a kids camp for inner city kids to come up to be able to heal from the violent life they live. And we found this place in upstate New York, which is incredible. We have 175 acres here, and we're able to do all three things here at the property. So we have a year-round rescue where the dogs come in 200 a year. So far, 1,200 have come through the farm to find new homes. And then we have 300 kids who've come to the farm for the kids camp so far as we've been here. Border collies have been bred to be on farms, huge farms, working sheep and moving them pasture to pasture and actually being involved in the farming life. There's no farming life anymore. I mean, that just is almost non-existent. So all of these dogs are sitting in suburbia and quarter-acre lots and apartments and places they shouldn't be. And so they need to be back in a place with a lot of space to rebalance and heal, and then they can be put into appropriate homes. Some homes are great. They can be small yards, but the people are very active and they hike or they do agility. That's fine. And not everybody will have a farm. We're not looking for that anymore.
To learn more about the Canine Country Camp or Border Collie Rescue, visit www.glenhighlandfarm.com.
To see what we can see.
Here's what's hot on the lot at Skinner and Demoulas. Drive the exciting new Dodge Dart for only $149 a month with a new 24-month lease. $29.99 cash or trade due at signing. Drive away in this exciting new technologically advanced compact sedan at Skinner and Demoulas in Richfield Springs. Get your sled out on the trails. Call Turnbull Insurance and have a snow adventure tomorrow with complete snowmobile insurance protecting you and your sled. Call 735-9201 and get out on the trails. Reserve your tickets for Amy Porter performing Copland's Duo for Flute and Bach's Prelude in C minor on Saturday, February 23rd. And don't miss Masters of Tradition celebrating Irish music on March 2nd, when Martin Hayes brings together 7 of the best artists in Irish music today. Visit hamiltonpa.org or call 859-4331 for tickets to the Welland Hall Schambach Center for Music and the Performing Arts at Hamilton College. You keep saying you're going to do something about your back and joint pain. Call Dr. Michael Tucherone, one of the area's only K-laser therapy chiropractors, the most advanced non-invasive treatment of acute and chronic pain. Call 853-6225 and embark on your wellness journey today. Savor homemade soups, sandwiches, quiches, and salads at the dessert booth in Clinton. And check out their fresh new look. Serving lunch Tuesday through Saturday and dinner Friday nights. See their menu on Facebook and save room for dessert. Save up to 50% during the winter clearance at the Village Crossing. And check out the transitional fashions arriving daily at the Village Crossing in Clinton. Shop Tom's Natural Foods and feel good with over 150 herbs and spices and a full line of dietary supplements. Tom's Natural Foods in Clinton, naturally. Beef burgers and sandwiches served with homemade potato chips. Or enjoy a dinner special with a beer, draft, or wine at Cosmos Cafe, Hannaford Plaza in Clinton. February is Winter Madness Month at the Little Falls Antique Center and the Shops at 25 West. Get out of the house and explore the ever-changing selection of antiques and the most unique collection of items from dozens of artisans and shopkeepers. Choose from a great selection of chocolate and candies and an exciting array of diamond, gold, silver, and fine jewelry. Also check out the brand new pet department for cats, dogs, and birds. It's Winter Madness Month at the Little Falls Antique Center and the Shops at 25 West at Canal Place in Little Falls. This week we head to Fim Country, the Frankfort, Ilion, and Mohawk area. These villages along the south side of the Mohawk River were once all part of German flats, settled by Palatine Germans in the early 1700s. 100 years later, they were connected to each other and the world by the Erie Canal. Lock E19 east of Frankfurt provides a 20-foot lift for passing vessels.
I am here at Lock 19E, and I was told by the lockmaster Gary here that the lock behind us, when it is full, holds 3 million gallons of water. And here's something to add to your trivia notebook. The basic design of the gates back here, guess who it is? none other than Leonardo da Vinci.
It was the boom town around here when Gillette stepped off that train. Canals flowing, hops growing, new towns being raised. There were fortunes to be made. He was a well-dressed one-man show. A tail spinner, a heart winner with a lusty ego. It was a boom town around here. How I wished I was there. It was a rockin' boom town around here. With a girl named Grace working in a petticoat factory.
We head over the canal and into the village of Frankfurt. And just like the businesses that set up along the canal in the early days, local businesses are still attracted to Frankfurt. For over 100 years, Hale Manufacturing has been a leader in fine wood bookcases and cabinets. In 2003, Jim Benson and his brother John moved their family business to Frankfurt. Today, their 60 employees build some of the same cabinets that were the company's flagship 100 years ago. We're given a tour of their 80,000 square foot state-of-the-art manufacturing facility.
Actually, this company started in Camden, New York, and that was prior to 1907. And F.E. Hale bought a building in Herkimer, New York, on German Street in 1907. He came here and incorporated. Yeah, the company was founded making sectional bookcases. They're hardwood bookcases. They had receding doors, and they stacked one on top of the other. My grandfather bought the business in 1952. He came out of New Jersey and just decided that he needed to work for himself and found this place was for sale. We decided to move here to Frankfurt because we were outgrowing our space in Herkimer, and this was an industrial park and it was well suited for us, and Herkimer County put together a nice package for us. Why we decided, well, we weren't ready to retire, and we liked the thrill of business, and we wanted to continue on, and perhaps there was opportunity for the next generation.
Sound they make. Let me introduce my rocket 88. Yes, it's great, just one way. Everybody looking for my rocket 88. Moving on out, boozing and cruising along. Well, step for my rocket, baby, don't be late. We're pulling out about a quarter past 8. Just around the corner, gonna catch a nip, everybody.
In 1866, James B. Turnbull walked to farms and villages to visit his customers, earning their trust. Today, the fourth generation of Turnbulls continue that dedication, tailoring a life insurance plan to suit your unique needs and priorities. Turn to the company that is out there to earn your trust. Turn to Turnbull. Oscar's Picture Framing offers hand-finished molding and restoration of antique frames, restoring history for the past 42 years. Oscar's Picture Framing, 12 Kellogg Road, New Hartford. Santa didn't bring you that new kitchen you wanted? Call Jim Kiefer and he can make it happen. He'll work with you to create your dream kitchen, bedroom, or furniture. And he's also the area's exclusive Old Hickory dealer. Call Shelter 369-5014. Take your kids on a tropical adventure during their winter break. Walk among hundreds of free-flying tropical birds, butterflies, and tropical insects. And see exotic plants, lizards, and frogs at the Pop Butterfly Conservatory. Open every day during winter break on Route 7 in Oneonta. Meelan's Meat Market is your meat headquarters, featuring low-salt, low-fat smoked ham and store-made kielbasa. Every hot dog, beef patty, and sausage is made by Bob Meelan himself. You'll find everything from store-made meats to fresh salads and tabbouleh at Meelan's Meat Market in Clark Mills. Feel the need for beads? Fall Hill Bead and Gem is a kaleidoscope of glass, crystal, stone, and wood beads, minerals, gems, and Herkimer diamonds. Design personal jewelry for your friends and family on West Main Street in Little Falls, across from Paca Gardens.
Hi, Dr. Tom. Bringing your cat to the Paris Hill Cat Hospital on Sundays is a part of Mohawk Valley Living. Come inside and see why.
Paris Hill Cat Hospital, this is Lindsay. How can I help you? Hello, Mrs. Cole. Your cat is losing weight and you need an appointment? And you're only available on weekends. Sure, I have an available appointment with Dr. Karen Sunday at 2 p.m. Does that fit into your schedule? Okay.
We're open 7 days a week because we know that your cat can become ill anytime. The Paris Hill Cat Hospital, quality care for your cats and kittens.
If you ask anyone in town how long Melrose Supermarket has been here, they'll tell you it's been here forever. This family grocery store on Main Street is always busy with local shoppers, just like when it was opened in 1977 by James Romeo. Today, his daughter Linda and her husband Joe carry on the tradition, providing their loyal customers with fresh cut meats and produce, as well as their own homemade products in the deli.
We have all the same clientele, so we're all like one big happy family. When they come in, it's, you know them by name, you know them, what they want, everything. Yes, the kitchen makes homemade different pasta dishes, breads, salads. Anything that you want is in the case.
Be sure at one time or another to try all their different kinds of bread here. They have chicken wing bread, they have sausage from Boli, chicken wing again, pepperoni roll, and then be sure to try the Danny Boy, which is ham-roni? Pepperoni, ricotta, and red peppers. This is named after the owner's son, who in the middle of the night came up with this idea for a brand new bread. Try it, it is fantastic.
To see what we can see, traveling round the Mohawk Valley. Let's see.
We visit with some of the vendors at the farmers market on Main Street in Mohawk. Be sure to show your support of local farmers by visiting the market these last few Wednesdays in September and October from 2 to 5 p.m. We continue along to 5S and east to Old Herkimer Church. It's wonderful to see the dedication the community has in maintaining this historic landmark. Since our last visit a few years ago, the restoration project has continued, and a treasure was recently uncovered.
We were doing work in the church. The pulpit was painted white, and we decided that we should repaint it white. And so we wanted to make a good base for the paint, and we started to sand it off. And lo and behold, under the white paint was the decorative pulpit. And so rather than paint that white, we wanted to conserve it, restore it, however you want to say.
Most of it was here, but probably the reason that they painted it white back in the turn of the century was because it was worn and old looking, and that's what it was when we uncovered the actual paint. So my job was to ensure that all of the original paint that was there was stable and kept on the pulpit. So the remaining white paint was removed over a 6-week period with scalpels and dental tools, chip by chip, to ensure that everything that was there stayed there. And then the process that we're undergoing right now is restoration of the surfaces, which is carefully filling in all of the areas of loss. So if you look carefully at what you're doing, you'll see islands of the original paint. For example, this area, that's an island of original paint. These are streaks of original paint, and we've simply filled in the areas in between.
We have a lot of things going on. We have work going on at the Fort Herkimer Church, which you've already seen. We have built a gazebo off to my right over here. We have moved a one-room schoolhouse into the town park. That's an exciting venture. That's taken 2-3 years of permits. We are presently under construction for a community hall, and we have our trail. So we are full bore ahead of trying to preserve the history for the future.
The first electric lights in Ilion were installed in 1884, with electricity manufactured by the Remington Electric System in the Armory. The current municipal utility first produced electrical service in 1900.
We have our main transformers out here located in the substation, and the voltage comes in at 4,160 volts, feeds into this panel of circuit breakers. Now each circuit breaker goes to a different part of the village. Okay, some will go up to the high school, some goes way up, way up on, there's a Bell Hill rural area that we feed, and then we have 8 circuits down at this, located at this substation. We have another 6 circuits down at the West Clark Street substation, which feeds the lower end of town, the downtown area, over toward the Remington School area and down in that area. So it's just like your house circuit breakers, where one feeds a bedroom, this is feeding a certain part of town, different streets, and then it's sectionalized throughout the village. We're starting to get in the LED lighting, and we did relight one street, the Behringer Road, and it's a costly changeover, so we could do it a little bit at a time, because we're not real, we're not making, we make money, but not enough that we can just do the whole village. It'd be impossible. So we try to hopefully rely on some grants or something like that we'll find out, through the state or our federal government, because everybody's trying to go green now, so we're just trying to find the money, but we're doing a little bit at a time just to keep up with it.
For the long-term benefits.
Right, for the long-term benefit. It'll take a while to pay back, but in the long term, for our little kids growing up, someday it'll be good for them,
We're all the sons of immigrants, the sons of the native land.
Here's what's hot on the lot at Skinner and Demoulas. Drive the exciting new Dodge Dart for only $149 a month with a new 24-month lease. $29.99 cash or trade due at signing. Drive away in this exciting new technologically advanced compact sedan at Skinner and Demoulas in Richfield Springs. Tour the exhibits at the Oneida Community Mansion House. On display, the beautiful braidings of Jessie Catherine Kinsley and the exhibit Wartime at Oneida Limited. And visit the new museum store, open daily year-round on Kenwood Avenue in Oneida. Oscar's Picture Framing offers hand-finished molding and restoration of antique frames, restoring history for the past 42 years. Oscar's Picture Framing, 12 Kellogg Road, New Hartford. Maureen's back from the gift show and excited to share her prizes with you. New items are arriving daily, like Innis Perfume and Cologne, capturing the natural energy and strength of the Emerald Isle. Visit Cobbler & Company in historic downtown Sharon Springs. Shop Clinton Wine and Spirits, a small-town wine shop with a world of wine. An excellent variety of Cabernet, Merlot, Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, and Pinot Grigio from around New York and around the world. All at Clinton Wine and Spirits, Hannaford Plaza in Clinton. Expecting the guys for football? Don't fret. Just call Deansboro Superette. They've got delicious Middle Eastern platters and their famous 4-foot Mega Monster sub. Call 841-4377. Get your sled out on the trails. Call Turnbull Insurance and have a snow adventure tomorrow with complete snowmobile insurance protecting you and your sled. Call 735-9201 and get out on the trails.
Lord knows I don't have a lot, but you can have what I've got.
You can watch highlights from today's show and shows past on YouTube. Visit our website, MohawkValleyLiving.com.
Honey, I got to